Hey, well, it's being Willie coming back live, sitting relaxing. Got a couple things I want to talk about. I know it's kind of late. Hope it's not too late for you guys. But sit and chill here for a minute, see what's going on. What's up? What's up, Mr. Got? What's happening? What's up, Mr. Got to? Got Mr. Got go? What's up, T? I see you. I had a couple topics to talk about tonight, family. And we're going to see. T, probably about 25, 30 minutes tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Mocha. I really appreciate that. It's it's a lot of things going on tonight. It's a lot of things going on, period. And I wanted to bring back some knowledge on this measles outbreak. There's a lot of stuff going on. Um, I'm gonna come with some facts and some information here. I want to wait a couple minutes and give the family a little time. Hope everybody enjoying this beautiful weather here. I'm here in H-Town, and the weather's been immaculate. You know, hope it stays this way. When you go get social media for the people, I don't even know what that is. Man, I'm old school. I definitely gotta get up on that. Okay, cool. Come holler at you. TJ, I see you. What's up, boy? You ready to put that work in tomorrow? Yeah, tonight, we're going to talk about a couple things tonight. I'm going to be live for about 25, 30 minutes. Um, what's up, what's up? What's up, Elroy? I see you. Appreciate the love. I'm going to come back with some numbers, man. I'm going to come back with some information. And it tripped me out because last I checked, this was 2019. We're talking about measles. And I'm going to tell you why we're talking about measles. It's not an accident. I got some information here, and yeah, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, nephew. You know, I'm trying to come with a little win tonight. Um, when I came across this information, I had to look into it. Oh, okay. I think I have Twitter. I think I'm at Being Willie. Haven't activated it yet. But I'm definitely gonna come with some more information. I definitely want to reach out. No doubt. You know where I'm going with it. You know where I'm going with it, nephew. Gotta get into it a little bit. Um, Across 22 states in America right now, they got 695 cases of measles. Okay? And on a low key, they trying to bring it out to the masses where this measles is like becoming an epidemic. In California, they cut down, they quarantined two universities, two college universities in California. If anything about quarantine, that's like 21 days. All right. In New York, they just signed a declaration where, if you have measles, you're not allowed to enter public facilities. Now, how you know who has measles or not? Ain't nobody walking around with measles on their chest. All right. And to get into what this is really about, what the ulterior motive is basically vaccinations. And in fact, I promise you, I foresee in the near future forced national vaccinations. And, and you're going to probably have to have a card. You have to have proof of your vaccinations. Probably even in employment now, especially for, and I think in corporate America, they're going to probably try to stray away from that because corporate America is what really make the money. So, but as far as like Anybody that's on assistance, everyone gonna probably have to be vaccinated. All right. Good evening, Ellen. Thank you for joining me. I was listening to one of these guys. What's his name? Anthony Fauci. He's supposed to be the national director over the Institute of Diseases and whatnot, right? Well, his justification for this outbreak, which 695 cases in 22 states, we have what 350 million plus people here, and they're talking about 695 cases of measles, right? And then just what in the beginning of April, just to digress, flip the script a little bit. They was just for father's numbers' sake, there were 115 people shot in Chicago and 24 killed at the beginning of April. Now watch, Law and Order back in the day. I remember watching the cop shows back in the day. They used to solve the murder after, before the end of the show, right? How did that all these murders in Chicago, as if Chicago is the only state that murders and gunshots are happening? It's an agenda probably to happen on that as well with the gun control. So the narrative is kind of being set where it's going to probably be a situation where we have forced vaccinations, stricter gun control, because I don't know if you heard the other day, I think this past weekend, a young Caucasian male killed like 6 or 7 people, or killed like 6 people. And hey, what's up, friend? It's crazy, all scare tactics, you dig? And so, like I said, with the murders that happened this past weekend, I thought that was interesting because, of course, the kid that committed the crimes, he was shot, but of course he was taken alive, And then, of course, you had another synagogue shooting, right? And now this measles situation. So I think what's happening, family, first is scare tactics, all right, to keep your mind off of what your mind need to be on. And that's the ulterior motive, not what they putting on the television. You dig? That's why I'm coming with, information where you can kind of see what's happening. I mean, I don't know anybody with measles, And so, like I say, you have this guy, Anthony Fauci, said the reason why these measles are outbreaking is because back in the day, what he said, 93 to 95% of people used to get vaccinated. People not getting vaccinated anymore. But if the disease was eliminated in 2000, then why are we even talking about it? Okay? So I do want to come back with that, family. And I thought they were pretty interesting. With such beautiful weather, but also you have all this weather everywhere else. Snow, blizzards, hurricanes. It's crazy. How everybody doing out there tonight? Yeah? Exactly, Big Turtle. There's a lot of murder going around. King Sappy, I see you. Yeah, it's a lot of deception, family. But what you got to do is keep your eye on the prize, right? And stay focused, stay conscious. Pay yourself first. You dig? With all these stories going on, it's just to make sure that you focus and stand on top of things. They can make atoms, yeah. Blue Turtle, can I still dunk? Of course. Go back and watch my video on YouTube. I got a video showing I can dunk. Yeah. Well, what quiet is kept? Going into the big cities, that's basically where a lot of the regentrification is going to, happening. And if you look at Austin, you look at a lot of cities in California, I mean, the people are moving back to the city, And I agree with you. I think it'll be healthier, safer, and more environmentally friendly if you get away from the compounds. And I call these neighborhood compounds, but they want to keep people in the cities because I like to kind of keep hold of what's going on with you. You dig? So it's one of those interesting type of situations where, it's catch 22. You want to be in a safe area, but like magical thinking Barbie, she advocates a lot about clean climate, clean air. One thing she did mention, I watched one of the videos. She was saying how want to eliminate cars and just kind of go on the train system. Um, I don't see how that's going to work. You dig? I can see, um, having vehicles using alternative energy, but as far as people not having vehicles and just taking trains everywhere, I mean, idealistically, yeah, but realistically, I can't see that happening. I mean, think about it, man. We had cars to run on water. The only reason they're running on fuel is because, you got the corporations, the gas companies, the oil companies that making a lot of money from this. So, you know, uh, cars were running on water, but that's not going to be productive for anyone. So I do think, like, from that standpoint, it's a great idea to have vehicles running on an alternative energy. Okay? Yeah, those self-driving cars, I'm not feeling that too much. Um, that's another sense, another way of control. And if you know anything about IoTs, which is the Internet of Things, and AI, which is artificial intelligence, they're really trying to desensitize you to using your own senses and being more independent. I mean, everything is being predicated on artificial intelligence and smart machines. I mean, what about just using this? Okay? And I'm telling you, smart driving cars, I'm just not feeling that right now. I mean, I think for the safety features wise, I can see it, but just driving themselves, I'm not digging that. But I see how they're going to do it. Okay, they're going to do it by, replacing the roads with these millions of chips. And if you're investing, make sure you look into that IoT, Internet of Things. I'm gonna come back to the different companies that actually produce those chips, and those are gonna be some big time investment opportunities soon. But speaking of AI and robots, um, over there at Mitsubishi, they closing down. Actually, they're gonna be laying off half of the company and replace those people with robots, right? And that's in Thailand, you know. And anything that they do on the drastic uh, approach where it affects a lot of people, it's normally done overseas first, and then brought over here. All right. I mean, there are a lot of people. We have Mitsubishi farms here in America. Factories here in America. People work for Mitsubishi car dealerships. So, you gotta ask yourself what's gonna happen to a lot of those people. I think it's important that you reinvent yourself. If you don't reinvent yourself, it's gonna be hard for you, especially if you just kind of predicating your life on doing a certain thing. Everything is hidden in plain sight. They have artificial intelligence, IoT, Internet of Things, smart homes, smart cars. Okay? And if you look around, these factories are being closed and jobs are being lost. All right? Let me get into the chat. What's going on, family? Anybody have any questions? Also, don't sleep on the cannabis. Fathers your investment opportunities in hemp. Okay, it's not an accident that you're seeing a lot of CBD products in the stores. Okay, so do your due diligence. Yeah, it's going to all start in China. And like I said, a lot of these jobs that people think are just, are they taking our jobs? No, your jobs are not being taken. You're being replaced. That's it. Do I still use Robinhood? Yeah, but like I said, I'm not doing a lot of investing right now in the market because it's overvalued. Right now, all I'm basically concentrating on is I got some foreign stock I'm dealing with in Canada. And like I say, since Donald Trump signed the 2018 hemp farm bill, which made hemp legal in America, I'm looking at hemp companies right now. Okay, and like I said, all this investment information I'm talking about, guys, is for entertainment purposes only. So uh, I'm only telling you stuff that I do and that I look into, right? So, and also too, speaking of this book right here, family, Value Investing Today, is a really good read. Okay, really good read. And the reason why it's value investing is because, like it's not dealing with gambling. You know, in my last video, you remember I talked about how you can invest in companies that grow because of the sector and because of the geopolitical news, like the legalization of cannabis, or like of course going into the 21st century with artificial intelligence, uh, Internet of Things. So those are things that are going to grow. Okay, but also to communication, like you said, buddy, 5G. They just rolled out that. I mean, it's and family, check your cable bills, check your internet service bills, and make sure they're not trying to pull a fast one on you, going up on your rates without you knowing. Because like I said, I've been seeing a lot of 5G information out there, and they'll roll that 5G out on you and not tell you. So make sure you do your due diligence and check your internet bill and your cable bill. Make sure they're not doing any fishy stuff, because you know how they do it. And also your bank statements, because every penny counts. Because you think about this: if a bank steals 25 cents from everybody's account every month, and they got millions of clients, millions of clients. Come on, man, look how much money they're stealing. Look how much money that adds up to. So do your due diligence. Don't give them your money. Yep. Yeah. What did you think about the Avengers Endgame? I got to take the boys to see that this week. We don't do the opening weekend thing. We don't do that. That's too many people in there. I don't like that. So we're gonna go next weekend and check it out. Yeah. We checked out Shazam last weekend. They was really digging that. Yeah. We got a lot of my boys. They love the superheroes. They love superheroes. So. Don't talk about it. No spoiler alert here, because I haven't seen it either. So, but let's keep it 1,000. We know it's going to be the good guys versus the bad guys. All right. And guys, when y'all watch these movies, make sure you watch them and not just look at the visual effects. Listen to listen to the dialect. Listen to the dialogue rather, and listen to what they're talking about. Okay, because a lot of the information they have in these movies, it's a lot of truth. Okay. Let's say, Cruz, do you have any preferred stocks? Yeah. And Big Shot doing good, man. He had to go to the dentist yesterday, and he's doing good. Appreciate fast. I know the mama Willie boys out there talking to him. I love it. Yeah, man. Right now, like I said, I like Ford, AT&T. I say like right now, I'm not really investing too much in the market because the market is overvalued. Now, even though it's up at its highest, but like I say, that's when it's time to really start evaluating what you need to do, because the higher it is, the farther it's going to go, the farther it's going to drop. Okay, wait, what? Okay, so we got to make sure that you stay positive on your research. But only time I deal with the market if it's dividend stocks. Okay, I don't deal with any stocks that don't pay me. You dig? And so right now, like I said, I got Ford, AT&T, right? And of course my cannabis stocks, which, those are long term. And like I say, anytime you're dealing with stocks, you're dealing with them, for long positions, unless you do some, unless you're an active investor and you kind of looking at it weekly and you seeing what's going on. You can able to read technical analysis. You're able to, get into fundamental analysis. And if you're gonna do any type of investing, you need to learn fundamental analysis, regardless. Don't let just give somebody else your money, have them invest your money. You not know what's going on. Any company you invest in, you look at their balance sheets and find out how much money they got. Because like I say, when it boils down to it, if a company ain't got no money, they're not gonna last long in the game. Period. Okay? That's right. hmm Yeah, because when it's going up, and it's gonna be big news coming. Remember, when the Federal Reserve raised interest rates, you got a lot of geopolitical news out there with China and Russia and all that kind of stuff. That scares people, investors. And what do? They sell their stock and get into cash, right? And then, and of course, when they start selling, that's when I start buying. Did I see the Rockets versus the Warriors? I'm sorry. Did you see the Rockets versus the Warriors? No, I didn't watch the game. I don't. Man, I don't really watch it too much no more. I don't get to watch it too much no more. I'm too busy sitting up and watching Bloomberg and on the computer looking at Yahoo Finance. That stuff fascinates me now. You dig? I take a peek every now and then. I didn't get to check it out and see who won the game, but it's amazing, guys. Cause like I say, if you watch my last videos, I was the cat that watched every game, and knew all the stats. Now I can't tell you what's going on, so I depend on my Willie boys to let me know when can I come to the school. Gee, let me tell you something, man. The old man jumper still tight, okay? I still got the 3-point jump shot. It's still nice. Footwork still immaculate. I'm going to do a video too, guys, let y'all guys know that it's only been a couple of cats that can shoot that turnaround jumper fadeaway like that. And I've been one of them. And if you had any type of history in H-Town, playing ball on the circuit, at the Fondy, at the different Pro-Am leagues, back in the 90s and 2000s, I put a lot of work in, you know. So the youngsters, if you come by the school, just understand you will get dealt with. Don't get it twisted, I'm shooting right over the top of you, okay? But like I said, and they know it's true too. They know everything I'm saying is true. The jump side is tight, and I still go around you. I probably won't dunk you, but I'm doing like I used to do in middle school, hit that backboard. Okay? Let me check it out because I know we got tests coming up, but anytime after school, I think maybe Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah. Do you think I've gone soft for the years? Blue Turtle, of course. Yeah, I have, man. My players from the early 2000s, if they seen how soft I am on y'all guys right now, they'll laugh. They'll be like, Coach Willie, nah, man, are you serious? That's all they running? Yeah, so I have Blue Turtle got soft over the years, man. But because you guys have. You did? So there was an intestinal fortitude that, the players had back in the day. They didn't have as many video games. A lot of them played outside a lot. You see them at the park a lot. But, today, it's like you guys are preoccupied. And so, as a coach, you have to know your students and players have other interests. See, back in the day, I could be harder because the players, that's what they wanted because that's all they did was play ball and they wanted that. Today, players have other interests. So you kind of got to dictate through the madness and, still, put the work in, but understand that, you don't want to run your players off either. You dig? So I wouldn't say I got soft over the years. I say I just got adapted over the years. And you have the push-ups and the dips and the wall sits. Those still gonna be in effect, no doubt, no doubt. But like I say, family, I had some other information I wanted to come with. Uh, just say make sure you pay yourself first, okay? Pay yourself first. Make sure you watch the company you keep too. If you watch some of my videos, I talked about narcissists, guys. Remember, they're not just family members. They're not just significant others. They can be friends, supervisors, co-workers, all right? Don't be around people that don't make you feel comfortable. And follow your gut intuition because, you know authenticity when you see it, and you know phony. You know, if a person ain't got your best interests at heart, then give that person plenty of space. You dig? Man, nephew, much love, man. I tell you, don't understand. I'm the one that's humble. Okay, I'm the one that's humble, and you know, every morning I get up, I have plenty of things to talk about. I get out the garden, try to make that plate and have that food for thought ready because I notice when I'm out for a day or so, the family say, "Hey, what's up, Bean? Where you at?" That made me feel good, and I'm coming right back with it. Okay. And like I said, we got a lot to talk about. I have a lot to bring. And like I say, even just on tonight's topic, guys, with the measles situation, stay on top of that, okay? And as parents, okay, those are your children, but understand, it's getting to a point where it's not just going to be the children that's going to be mandated to get shots. I mean, they're already saying they're giving reasons for the rise in measles because of less people are getting vaccinations. Of course, because less people getting sick. To say 695 cases over 22 states is an epidemic, that's a scare tactic. You dig? So, family, stay conscious. All right? A lot of this information, of course, there's a lot of false flags. Okay? JOS Squad, what's up? Much love, family. I really appreciate the comments. Really appreciate you cats staying and sticking with me. And I got a couple more minutes before I shut it down. And, it's been a beautiful day. I ain't get to swing the sticks today. My big shot was taking him to the dentist yesterday, so he wasn't feeling good, so I ain't get to play golf. So I'll play next week. Yeah, I'm doing good, Just Squad. I'm doing good. Coach always got food for thought. And like I used to tell y'all, got a lot of knowledge to drop on you. While they just start talking about chemicals in food. Hey, listen, as far as chemicals in food, like I say, do your research on Monsanto. And that'll tell you everything you need to know about chemicals. I mean, anytime you have a pesticide company, one of the largest pesticide companies in the world, are over the production of fruit and vegetables in our food, that tell you something. You dig? Anytime you have companies where they tell you there's GMO in the food, that tell you something. Okay? So don't have cognitive dissonance. Don't fall for, the crowd. And it's so funny because a lot of things we do because of the perception of following the crowd. And see, the propagandized people on the television know that. I mean, think about it with footwear. Think about it with shoes. Think about what the clothes you have on. The food you eat. Okay? Man, and I'm gonna tell you right now, It's not an accident the people around the world don't have diabetes and high blood pressure and heart problems like we do over here. What about the taco meat and the hamburgers? Like I say, they had the cattle drive back in the late 1800s, 1900s. Like I used to tell my students, it ain't that many cows in America. It ain't that many cows in the world. You dig? Cows aren't indigenous to America. They were brought over here by the Spaniards by the conquistadors and the friars. So they're not even indigenous to America. And so when you have a McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell and, when you have 50 restaurants, fast food restaurants in a 2-mile radius, do you really think there's that many cows in America? Yeah. Yeah, nephew, we don't know what we're eating. And that's why, it's really a process of elimination. I eat my vegetables, my fruit, and even then, you dig? Unless you're growing it yourself. Because I'm telling you right now, and this is the beautiful thing about being older. Okay, because wisdom, I'm telling you, the back teeth ain't gonna grow without age. And the back teeth ain't gonna grow without you being someone that listens. Why are you growing? You dig? That's the only way them wisdom teeth gonna grow. Is when you listen and you get older. And I can tell you right now, fruit and vegetables used to taste a lot different back in the day. A lot fresher. Watermelon, a lot sweeter. I mean, I'm looking at the color of this fruits and vegetables. Come on. Oh, that's real right there. Growing your own garden. And right, you right, T. The chemicals in the fruits and vegetables, you can look at it. Look at the orange juice. And so, since we're in the age of Aquarius now, like I said earlier, we're coming at this age of deception, and those that, have this agenda, they know people are waking up. Okay? See, one thing about business people, they always look at the numbers. And so when they're saying that the numbers are going down with the consumers are going down with certain products that they deem unhealthy, but they depend on the consumer to buy them, when those numbers are going down, they step it up a notch. Okay? And that's why, stay conscious with your diet and what you put in your body. Oh, wow, family. I just remember, I listened to the radio, and the doctors were saying that they're changing now the standards for hypertension. And those out there don't know what hypertension is, that's high blood pressure. See, the standard used to be 120/80. Okay? Now they're saying that's too high. It needs to be less than 120, less than 80. What? No, that's not, no, that ain't how that works. So I used to be a paramedic. See, I understand systolic and diastolic pressure and how that works. And saying that the standard should be under 120 and under 80 for everybody, no. That's just another way of going to the doctor and give you high blood pressure pills. What are your thoughts on the LGBTQ community? I don't have any thoughts on it. I don't have any thoughts on it because to me, I don't look at it as a community. I look at it as I don't see it as a community. I mean, because you want to be looked at equal, not separate, right? So I never looked at that as a community. It's like, because I'm not asking people their sexual preference anyway. So, I don't have an opinion on that. I have 3 sons, okay, and so I make sure that as they developing normally as I developed, and they don't identify with any community. So they're not a part of the hetero community. My boys are just boys, and so I can give you my opinion on the transgender situation because I think that's an agenda that I think can cause a lot of confusion when you're looking at from an adolescent and a children's standpoint. I just think it's kind of you know weird that kids 6, 7, 5 years old telling them can say, hey, I'm not a boy. I want to be a girl. So so I don't kind of get into that. It's to me um, it's an agenda, and I think those that are pushing this agenda know how prevalent youngsters are on the social media, and having that type of information just spattered all over over the place. It's like it's not giving the children their own capacity to grow and navigate through the world without having to be pressured into quote unquote certain communities. I don't think it should be in the communities. I think it should be people, doing you know, and that shouldn't be pushed on people. You dig? So, to answer your question, I don't have an opinion on the LBGTQ community. I just think everybody should be doing their own thing, and that's true freedom. And living where you want to live, how you want to live, with whom you want to live with. Okay, and that's your personal freedom. I don't think that should be something that should be, you know, we don't have a heterosexual community. So, I think we should just understand when politics and economics are being uh, navigated into these type of situations. You know, you get a lot of political agendas, you know, that make their way into certain narratives into society. Okay, and that's the true definition of culture. And that's why when people say the culture is changing, they don't really understand. It ain't that people dressing different or eating different foods. No, the culture is changing because there's been a social and ideological shift in society. And that only comes with money, political power, okay, and agendas. So, yes, indeed, the culture is changing. You did? And, when 50% of, this survey was done by Bank Rate Survey, when 50% of elders, those that are, getting ready to, in their retirement years, are having to take care of their older children and having their retirement suffer, the culture is changing. You did? The culture is changing. I mean, you get to a certain age, we're supposed to be able to take care of our parents when they're older. Our parents shouldn't be having to worry about taking care of us. You dig? So, well, family, I just came with a little wind, a little food, a little food for thought. Uh, Seems like the young is falling for the. I mean, the young is falling for the gender. I wouldn't say the young is falling for the gender. I would say the gender is right on point. I mean, think about the gender back in the 80s when it came with gangster rap. Okay? There was a gender for that. Right? And we fell right into it. Because, like I say, the culture changed. That agenda don't have any place in society without money being backed behind it. You did? So the video game, phenomenon has changed the culture. Okay? So people gotta understand culture ain't clothes and food. Culture when there's a whole sociological shift in understanding and consciousness. When a cat like me walk around and see cats with their pants sagging, and I'm like, the hell is that? You know what I mean? There's a change in culture, backed by money. The youngsters don't dress like that unless they see people with money dressing like that. Okay? That's right, T. Culture is based on the economical, political, social monies, okay, directed towards certain narratives. Simple as that. Okay? So it's not an accident the culture in certain neighborhoods are the way it is. Oh man, that's a good one. Couldn't answer the question. When I asked them why is the sky blue, they couldn't answer the question. And, I mean, you ask adults, say, why is the sky blue? Oh, well, it's the particles of the particles of the, the hydrogen of the particles. What? What? How can you see that? The hydrogen particles, how do you see that? Right? So they don't know. They don't know that vast blue sky up there is water. As so above, so be below. That's why when you're in a plane, you see the water. Yeah. It's a tough question, King Sappy. I mean, but it's a logical question. Right? So, you gotta ask yourself, what do you have faith in? Okay, because remember, before faith is the belief in the unseen. Make sure you follow that gut, the intuition, the second stomach, or the second brain in your stomach, that is. All right? All right, fam, I think Bean finna get out of here. Really appreciate you cats staying in with me. But why is the sky blue? That's a great question. As so above, so be below. All right, family. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out with the old man. Nephew, holler at you. Willie boys, get at you. In the meantime, between time, may the Most High Society bring you joy. And being Willie's out of 5,000.